Good morning, everyone. Kathleen Michelle here, and we are in our monthly Mindful and Insight practice. So, just a quick reminder, a little review for most of you that mindfulness and insight go together. Mindfulness is about our practice, and it is a practice, something that we put effort into over and over again to turn our awareness to an observation mode, intentionally observing and doing our best to notice what we notice about our thoughts, our sensations, our emotions, our actions, whatever it is we're bringing our awareness to, doing our best to notice without judgment and without an urge to fix or change what we're noticing. So, in that, there are so many ancient traditions around this. It's been called different things. Mindfulness is a modern term, but Vipassana meditation or sati, an ancient Pali word, which actually means memory of the present. Um, Looking at the eight limbs of Ashtanga yoga, there are elements or limbs of that that are very closely related to mindfulness. So this has been around for a long time. Mindfulness is a new term for something that has been practiced for thousands of years, maybe longer than we could ever know. So mindfulness in this practice of getting still, going inward, noticing what we're noticing without judging. This is when our insights can arise, and insights that maybe are connected to in meaning spirit from a spirit, from something that's bigger than us, or just from our nature. And so, just a reminder that that's why we're here. That's what we're practicing in this monthly mindfulness and insight practice, which is free and on Zoom, as you know. And sometimes I'll be recording the practice so that it can be available to you in the future and others in the future who aren't able to be here live. It's really important to me that this is something that is available to anyone and everyone who is interested in showing up for any reason. Okay, so welcome to Mindfulness and Insight. Today's practice, I was inspired to create this practice based on what's going on right now. I am in Minnesota, and not only is it ridiculously cold, there is a lot of pain and suffering going on right now, and a lot of folks are being called to action today. And it's important for us, especially those of us who consider ourselves to be leaders or mentors or teachers, helpers, healers in any way, that we are using mindfulness to first get still and connect to our truth and feel nourished by our truth so that we can respond to what we're being called to action for. So we can respond with purpose, from light, from compassion, instead of being reactive and being in panic. And so that we can do our best to be, like I said, of service in a way that isn't doing more harm. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's do this deep, meaningful practice that will hopefully, regardless of where you are in the world or when you're even watching this, when you're participating in this, that it will be purposeful for you as well. So wherever you are, however you are, let's find a position of dignity and strength, perhaps sitting on the floor or in a chair in a way where you can have a nice long upright spine. If you prefer to be supported and leaning back, or even laying down or standing up for this practice, whatever feels comfortable and steady for you. An option to close the eyes as we come into a mindful awareness to center and settle in. So let's first just take a moment to notice our physical form just as it is. Perhaps you'd like to scan from head to toe or from your toes to the top of your head, just noticing, how is my body in this moment? Perhaps listening to the sensations that you notice, and if they are pleasant or unpleasant, Just noticing without any need to fix or change or judge. Then moving that mindful awareness to the mind that has thoughts, the mind that has an energy of maybe stillness or distraction, optimism, pessimism, any specific thoughts that are coming up, and maybe just noticing that's a thought, and that's a thought, and that's a thought. Then moving that mindful awareness to any emotions that you're noticing, listening. And again, you might notice them as pleasant or unpleasant. You might even label anger, excitement, inspired, worried, confused. You might label any emotions that might be coming up without it to change them. And then noticing the breath, allowing the breath to be whatever it is right now. Noticing if you're breathing in and out of the nose or the mouth, the parts of the body that shift and change with the inhale and the exhale. Noticing if it feels constricted or open. Smooth, jagged. And then let's intentionally begin to slow the breath, elongating the inhales, extending the exhales. If it feels possible for you, maybe just breathing in and out of the nose. And breathing in a way that as you inhale, the abdomen expands. And as you exhale, the abdomen contracts towards the spine. Inhaling, softening the abdomen, allowing it to expand. Exhale, the abdomen comes towards the spine. Perhaps an invitation on the inhales to soften any parts of the body that you're noticing carrying stress or tension, like the forehead, the jaw, the shoulders, the abdomen, hips. And as you exhale, releasing, softening even more. Inhale, bringing softness. Exhale, releasing. And if you haven't already, perhaps closing the eyes or finding a soft gaze downward, looking through the floor. Turning our awareness inward even more. And as we do so, bringing that attention to the base of the spine. If you're sitting down, the sits bones. If you're standing up, it might be your feet. Whatever's connecting to the earth or the surface below you. And in your mind's eye, beginning to see roots coming from the spine, the sits bones, the feet. Exhale, sending those roots down into the floor and into the earth. Continuing to send those roots deep and wide into the soil and the layers of the planet beneath you. Rooting down, connecting to the nourishment that's always available to us. Sending the roots down, lengthening the spine. Perhaps opening the heart a little bit, allowing in whatever it is that we need right now. And from this mindful, centered, grounded place, in your mind's eye, off in the distance, perhaps seeing clouds or fog or a thick mist. Perhaps it's gray. Perhaps you can even feel the moisture. Seeing this in your mind's eye. Then the more you're seeing and looking into this mist, you know that just by bringing awareness, the mist starts to clear. The fog starts to lift. The density of the cloud dissipates and dissolves. Watching this happen, knowing that it is your awareness that is bringing the clearing. And as it clears away, lifts away, dissolves away, a mountain starts to appear. And allow yourself to just gaze at this mountain, noticing what this mountain is like. Is it tall? Is it wide? Is it narrow? Are there rocks? Are there trees? Are the slopes smooth or jagged? There's no right or wrong. Just seeing the mountain that your mind sees today. Is it snow-capped? Seeing this mountain, allowing it to become more and more clear and more vivid in your mind. Beginning to notice what's around this mountain, what's on this mountain. Is there a forest below? Is there a stream or waterfalls? Any nature like flowers or birds or animals? And then noticing what you feel about this mountain, the characteristics of this mountain. Is it steady, majestic, strong? Is there a sense of wisdom, power? Anything that comes to mind as you describe this mountain, just noticing that. And now, with the power of your awareness, as you gaze at this mountain, notice that the mountain is moving towards you, as if you're drawing it in simply by being aware. Simply by being aware, simply by choosing to gaze at this mountain, comes closer and closer, gently, gracefully moving towards you until It becomes you until you embody this mountain. Knowing that you are now the mountain, you are the same. You are one with this mountain. The mountain of majesty, of strength, of wisdom, of steadfastness, of perseverance. And as you embody this mountain, knowing the strength of observing, becoming aware, deeply aware that the mountain does not judge. It simply observes. Even as it experiences the changes in weather, the changes in the seasons. It notices the animals and the people that come and go. It experiences day and night, darkness and light. And yet it remains the same, and it does not judge. And in this, we connect to a deep equanimity. Equanimity, the ability to notice without being changed. Staying balanced, regardless of whatever chaos may be going on outside or even inside. And as we are this mountain with non-judgmental awareness, perhaps we begin to feel this subtle compassion, a connection with all that is. And knowing that the base of this mountain is connected to the planet, that it runs deep, it's anchored in to the layers of soil, jelly viscous, of heat at the center of the planet. It's connected to all that grows and the water that comes and goes, and if it's near or far. It's connected to everything. You, the mountain, are connected to everything. And from here, from this steadfastness and majesty and equanimity and compassion, being the mountain, simply being in silence for a few minutes, allowing anything to arise. Insights, messages, guidance. It might come in emotions or sensations, thoughts, images, or just simply allowing yourself the gift of stillness. Staying with your breath. Taking note of any insights that are arising for you. Perhaps they're new insights or reminders of what you already deeply know. And if nothing seems to be coming up, no big deal. Simply being in the space of openness and willingness to hear, knowing that whatever we need to know, whatever guidance is going to serve us will come in the time that it is needed. And when you're ready, as if you're watching yourself from above, watching your mountain majesty, zooming out wider and wider, and now becoming aware that you are surrounded by mountains. You are surrounded by other mountains of steadfastness, of wisdom, of equanimity, of compassion and strength. You are one mountain in a range of endless mountains, all connected, all sharing the same love and light and compassion. Though the mountains might look different, the animals that come and go may be different, still all the same and connected. And in this way, you can't help but feel support. A sangha, a community of mountains. And in your own time, when you feel ready and complete, allowing yourself to move back from the mountain, allowing the mountain to recede, and as it recedes, you continue to embody all that is this mountain, all of the characteristics, all that it is connected to, and all of the insights, messages, guidance, inspirations that are connected to your power and your purpose. That you, your day, your life. Taking a moment of gratitude for this practice, and even gratitude for all of the other mountains out there, literally and figuratively speaking. And if you'd like, taking one or both hands and placing them gently on your heart, thanking yourself for arriving to this practice, thanking yourself for being open to anything that may have come up for you today, and being open and willing to listen. Gratitude that there will be ripple effects from this practice. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, perhaps releasing through a sigh. taking your time with any small movements in the shoulders or the neck, ankles, wrists. Blinking your eyes back open when you feel ready. And just thank you so much for practicing today. You can come back to this at any time. It will be available for you. Knowing that each time you practice, it might feel or look different. You might get different guidance and different messages, but it's here for you. As long as we show up, as long as we show up. I hope you are well. Thank you again for practicing. This is Kathleen Michelle with One Moment Center. And this is one of our Mindfulness and Insight sessions. I will see you next month. We can continue our practice together. Be well, everyone.